This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My two guests today are both from Bessemer Museum. I have Amanda Kucherik and Jonathan Winkowski. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
You know, before we started taping, we were talking about how many things there are going on in our community, how many choices you have to make and things to do. It's like you have to pick and choose because you can't possibly do all of them, and Bessemer Museum is definitely leading the way.
Oh, we have so much going on. Just on the 6th, a couple days ago, we had this annual sort of Star Party Culture Festival, and that was exciting. And next Saturday, on the 13th, out at Rockport, we're going to bring some telescopes out to the park and look at the moon and just like Jupiter and Saturn, all these other bright, interesting objects.
You know, that's really wonderful, Jonathan, because a lot of people, first of all, wouldn't have an opportunity to do that. They don't have a telescope that can do that. And second of all, a chance to get out and commune with nature. What a wonderful idea.
Oh, it's so great. They're going to have a campfire and s'mores out there. And we're just going to start at 10 p.m., rolling until around midnight.
Perfect.
And as long as they have a recreational passport, they can get in no charge.
And someone like you, who is an expert on all that stuff, you can tell us what we're actually looking at.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be out there to help tell you what you're seeing and just kind of point out the best and most interesting objects visible that night.
Okay, Amanda, what else is going on?
So through the month of July, we have a lot of these STAR events, and they're there to kind of help celebrate this 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 mission. And so that's something that we have going on in our exhibits. It's in our planetarium shows, and it's in a lot of our outreach and our programs that we do with other people. And so on July 18th, the library will be over for part of their summer reading program.
Good.
So they're going to have an activity day with us at the museum. So again, that's the 18th. We'll have open door planetarium shows. So if you've got the really young students, you can kind of come in and out, you know, whatever would be comfortable. Lots of little activity stations. And then that rolls into the weekend again. So July 20th, we're going to have a free family fun day. And so that's very similar to most of those activity days. The whole family can come over and experience some activities together. So we'll have lots of these, we call it STEAM themed activities. So that's the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And so we'll have lots of those activities as well as the planetarium shows with the open door again. So you can kind of come in and out as you're comfortable. So that's also on the 20th. And then throughout the rest of the summer, there'll be some other activities. We do that moon viewing party in partnership with the Friends of Rockport, as well as the DNR that's out at the recreation area. And so they do a lot of these meteors and s'mores parties. And so those are other activities that you can see Jonathan or John Heath, who's another planetarium instructor we have, will be there to answer your questions. So we have lots of outreach going on.
Jonathan, give me an idea of what the STAR show is going to look like.
So the STAR show for the meteors and s'mores?
No, the one in the planetarium, I'm sorry.
Sorry, we have this fantastic video that we just acquired this year called Capcom Go. And it's this just magnificent video about the space race, the history leading up to that monumentous moon landing, and just a little bit of afterwards of what we're doing in the future as well.
Wonderful. Okay, Family Fun Day. What are the hours of Family Fun Day?
So those Family Fun Days, the library event is from 10 to 12. And the free Family Fun Day that's that Saturday is from 12 to 2. So they're both 2-hour events.
Okay, we still have more time, so what else do you want to tell us about today?
So we actually just had our log cabin event, so our log cabin festival that we do every year, and so that was really fun. The weather was perfect. Last year it was a little too hot, but this year it was really good, and so that type of event leads us up into our October event, which is the Fall Harvest Fossil Fest. So that'll be the next big festival to look out for. So a lot of those historic building tours and things like that if you really love visiting the museum or if you've never been there before.
Okay, and Jonathan, what are the normal hours for the planetarium?
Normal hours for the planetarium on weekdays are around 1 to 4. Although recently, on Thursday and Friday nights from 6 to 9 p.m., we're keeping things open.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So for those people who are wanting to see a planetarium show but are usually at work when we're having them, they can come and take a watch.
You know what a perfect family activity. Get out of the heat a little bit and come on down and see those shows.
Absolutely.
And there's always art exhibits for us to look
Yes.
at too. Do you know what's there right now?
So actually, right now, the NEMEG Northeast Michigan Artists Guild. Yes, so they have their celebration exhibit is still up on display. Will be through the end of the summer, but they have their really big art sale going on right now, and so you can pick up some really nice art to hang in your home or display in your office or something like that at some really nice discounts. And so part of those proceeds go back to the museum as well, which is really nice that we kind of get to do that partnership. Also, in the smaller art gallery, we still have the Continuum of Creativity exhibit, and so those are high school students, high school seniors, as well as their teacher, Kyle Kelshesky. So they have some of their artwork displayed. It started as part of the art display art walks through the schools with the younger students, but we're keeping that up all summer.
Perfect.
And there's also another student exhibit, the PBL student learning experience, where it's a block class of English and history together. They put together a history exhibit about the partisan resistance during the time of the Holocaust. And so that's going to be up through the fall as well. So if you'd like to see what the students in Alpena are up to, it's really amazing stuff. It's good to see.
Now you have so much going on, a lot more than even we're talking about. So what's the best way to find all this information?
Well, you can always go online to our website, bessermuseum.org,
Okay.
or check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, and the Family Fun Day sounds like so much fun because everywhere you go, people are commemorating the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. I mean, if I'm out of town, in town, no matter where I am, I see signs, Apollo and exhibits, space exhibits. So I think it's really neat that our nation has, you know, bonded together and doing so many wonderful things, because the people that weren't here at that time, you know, they don't know how monumentous that was.
Right. Well, and having the students come for the field trips lately too,
Yes.
a lot of these young students who, you know, are between like 6 and 12, a lot of them are learning about the moon landing for the first time.
Yes.
And so that's why it's really important that, you know, they can see how people in their community have been impacted by this as well.
And they just grew up knowing, oh yeah, what's the big deal? But to
Right.
us, it was a very big deal.
Right.
Well, not to
Absolutely.
you folks, you don't remember, but I want to thank you both very much for being here. We're out of time, and I look forward to talking to you next month.
Hopefully.
Very good.
See
Thank
then.
you.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with some information on Brown Trout Festival following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Peggy Donikuski from the Michigan Brown Trout Festival. Hi, Peg.
Hi, Nancy.
Wow, there's so many things going on with Brown Trout Festival and in our community, but let's start with the new things with Brown Trout Festival so we make sure we let people know about the new things.
Okay, the new thing, and I'm really excited about this year, is the Hooked on Music.
Okay.
We teamed up this year with Thunder Bay Arts Council, and they hired 2 local bands, and they are going to be the opening bands for Whiskey Fix.
Ooh.
So that'll be a nice big night. Yeah, we teamed up with them. So with their help and our help, they're still have community funds to support their programs.
And
through
that's
helping us
Saturday
out.
night on July 27th.
That's the first Saturday, no, July 20th.
20th?
That'll be
Oh,
first
okay,
July
yep, I see.
20th.
Okay.
Mhm. And then the other new event is the Shipwreck Alley Rollers. We're teaming up with them for the second Saturday of Brown Trout, the 27th, and we're going to put on a Vegas night.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
We haven't had that in a while, so with their help, we're going to be able to have blackjack, roulette, money wheel, and I guess they're going to put their gear on and have musical chairs, so it should be a good fight to see.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so that's new.
And you have some new food vendors?
Yes, this year we're going to have 7 new food trucks.
Wow.
And or tents all around the grounds. You'll see them. So we hope the public can support them. They've been wanting to try different foods for many years at events, so we got lucky this year with the 7 vendors calling in and wanting to participate. So there's all kinds of foods to choose from this year.
Yay.
Yep, we're excited.
And wine at the harbor?
Wine at the Harbor, yep. But Alpena Beverage and Neiman's, this year we start 1 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
And for the $15 entry fee, you get your craft beer glass.
Okay.
Or you get your wine glass.
Okay.
And so that should be a nice, fun event too.
And what day is that?
That's the first Saturday, July 20th.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that looks like, oh, the raffle ticket's something really good this year.
Yes, this year we are giving away the Honda Rancher. It's a 4x4 with a plow. Since this winter was so crazy, we thought, you know what? We're going to attach a plow to this baby.
Yes.
And then we also, or you could choose $5,000 in cash.
Okay.
So the winner has a choice for the first place prize once again this year. So if you're not in need of that, whatever, you can take the
Well,
5,000.
obviously that 4x4 is worth more than 4,000 too.
Yes,
so-
it is.
5,000,
Yes, it is.
excuse me, yes.
Especially with the plow. Yes, that
Yes.
should be really nice.
Okay, so that's all the new stuff we hit. So go back to the regular fishing tournament stuff.
Regular fishing tournament, this year we have the MWT participating again.
Okay.
So they'll be here mostly the second week of the
Okay.
festival. So the first half, all of our tournaments are taking place again.
Okay.
And hopefully somebody will tag Big Brownie again.
Oh, wouldn't that be
Or
wonderful?
catch it after we tag it. So that would be great. That's a $25,000 first place prize.
Wow.
When they get that.
That's
But all the
amazing.
main tournaments are going on. PNC Kitty Classic fishing event
Okay.
has been a huge success. So I think we doubled up the trophies this year.
Oh,
So
good.
all trophies for all little divisions for the kids
Oh,
fishing off the
good.
banks. So
Good.
that'll be a good one.
And then what about your family fun event?
Family Fun, the first Sunday, that is going on from noon to 3:30.
Okay.
It's going to be jam-packed.
Okay, what kind of activities?
All kinds of activities. Every table from tree planting
Okay.
to craft making. I think they have painting, all kinds of goodies that'll be going on, plus outside the tent.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of events and activities for them to do outside the tent.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what about any other activities for kids during the tournament?
They'll have, we have the Learning Center tent.
Okay.
So we'll have, I'm not sure on the time slots, I'm thinking like 12 to 7 p.m. every
Okay.
day. That tent you can just walk in.
Okay.
We'll have the aquarium set up with with the fish that they'll catch for us that
Okay.
are normally caught during the tournaments.
Oh,
So we
great.
fill that fish tank up, and then there's little activities, coloring activities, free stickers, little prizes that we give away. They walk out of that tent and they register for a bike over
Oh.
the 10 days that we have the
Okay,
event.
very good.
Yep.
Then what about, now I know what the entertainment is for the big nights. What about in the little tent?
In the little tent, every night, we have the bands going, and most of those bands will be 5 to 9.
Okay.
But the first Friday is the kickoff in
Yes.
the Neiman's Family Market tent. We call that the beach party.
Okay.
So that'll be taking place the first Friday, whereas the Texas Hold'em tournament will be going on in the Suez Big Tent.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep, so we had that last year, so we have that. We were short dealers. VFW is looking for more dealers if we
Okay,
could possibly
so
get
somebody's
them.
a dealer.
And
you
we
a
will
call.
teach them everything they need to know.
Okay.
That's not a problem. That's not an issue at all. We'll teach them everything that they need to know. And then we still have the teen nights,
Okay,
Monday and Thursday.
all right.
That'll take place. And then the second Friday is the Bay Bash with Tommy Kay.
Okay, that'll be a big night.
Yeah, but the Hooked on Music, that should be a
Yes.
fun night and a big night this year to help kick off the events.
Oh,
too.
yes.
It'll be fun with the Whiskey Fix. They were here last year, tail end of the festival, but we didn't have them enough. We weren't able to promote them enough because it was such a last minute. We were trying to connect with them. And so this year they're super excited coming in. And so it should be a nice and big event.
Okay, and I know you always have a need for more volunteers.
Yes, right now we're looking for a few volunteers if they want to call me on the Brown Trout phone at 989-590-2480.
Okay.
I have some places that are not yet filled,
Okay.
that our 10 service clubs
Okay.
cannot fill. They already have their hours set.
Okay.
But there's always a little something that I can use. Wine tasting, Saturday event, we have some more time slots open to help
Okay.
volunteer there. But once they call the Brown Trout phone, I'll connect with them and return phone calls.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
And sometimes they can just show up too, and if you need help, pumping beverages or doing stuff, they can help. And
Sometimes. We'd like to have them pre-scheduled so we don't have to turn them away.
Right.
They're like, I drove in so far to help volunteer, but if they call, it's a lot better. We have placements available.
and what time are
So-
normally weigh-ins every day, Peg?
9 to 9. Weigh-ins will be 9 to 9. Scales are
Okay.
open. And the festival takes place 19th through the 28th.
Okay.
And so I think everything's planned, everything's ready to go. Honoring our veterans, Wednesday is going to be huge.
Okay.
We've got our military base, we got Sergeant Andy White
Okay.
helping us out. We've got Mr. Sullivan from the city band.
Okay.
And they'll be helping play and honor each military branch division
Wonderful.
as last year. Lots of other surprises, and for the veterans, they'll be able to register to win a $500 Dine Around Alpena certificate.
Wow.
Yeah, and Alpena Buick GMC, Gene Skiba, is our major sponsor for that night, along with Meyer and ourselves that are putting that on. So every year that grows. It's going to be big this year and busy.
Hand me that book, Peg. I just want to tell people to, watch for this book, because this tells everything that's going on. It's your best way to find out what's going on. Lots of good events. And then please, thank all the sponsors that are in this book. They're the ones that make this possible for this wonderful event to be put on in our community. Lots of hours on the committee's behalf. So please read this book. Thank the sponsors. Come down, watch fish weighing. There's no charge to get in. Buy a raffle ticket. Support the vendors and enjoy this wonderful event in our community.
Yes.
All right, we're out of time. I want to thank you so much and thank the rest of the committee for all their time and energy they're putting into this event.
I will. Thank you for having me,
Thank
Nancy.
you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College. Pleased to have as our guest this morning Mark Jacobs, coach of the ACC men's cross country team and the men's basketball team. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Yeah, how are things going with, well, let's start with cross country.
Cross country's going fantastic. We have my top 5 returners. I lost 2 sophomores last year. Great guys. We'll miss them. I've got 3 incoming freshmen. But again, the top 5 freshmen, or my top 5 returners are going to be key this year.
Are you getting near the time when you go out and do kind of like a boot camp experience as you've done in the past years?
Well, I think we've got 5 weeks till cross country camp, and that's, that's where boys turn to men. But it's still my favorite week of the year. A lot of bonding. I beat them in bags. I beat them in euchre, and they run lots of miles. So it's a lot of fun.
You told me last year, you told us on this show how much they run at that camp, but I think it would be neat to let folks know that again. It's mind-boggling to me.
They probably run about anywhere from 50 to 80 miles during that week, and the Friday when we go is a short day. But we start out and we have a warm up, and then we do a mile race, and then they go and do a 12-mile run, and then every morning we get up and we do early, about 10 to 12 miles. And then they race in the afternoon, either a 5K, 10K, or 8K. But again, my guys don't complain.
Yeah.
They get up and they do it, and they enjoy it very much. And again, it's really a great team bonding, and they become brothers there.
And how many meets will you have during the season?
Actually, this year we'll have 7. Typically we have 6, but we added we're going to Oakland and we're going to Grand Rapids. A little different. The league used to have, you had to run X amount of, 3 meets out of these 15. Now they say you have to run these 3 meets.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to Grand Rapids for the first time ever. And we were at Oakland years ago. Well, it'll be a little different. We're not going to go to Muskegon this year for the first time. But, the meet, we always go to Ferris, because that's my hometown, Big Rapids. Guys sleep on my mother's floor. And again, another great bonding night. My brother lives there. He's a detective at Ferris, and he has a big cookout for the guys the night before, and a lot of fun.
And that activity I've seen at the college, not specifically the Ferris activity, but cross country in general, is a wonderful thing, and brings these young men together in a way that they're working hard, striving, and it helps them excel in the classroom, I think.
Well, as you know, last 4 years we've been Academic All-American, but we talk about that every day, classes, and so then it's one of those things where runners are competitive, and so they're also competitive in the classroom, and they do very well. And excited because of, like I said, my 4 Academic All-Americans, I got 3 coming back, and I've got some bright young men coming in also. So I'm gonna guarantee right now we'll have 5 years in a row.
Well,
It's a difficult thing to accomplish too.
What's the threshold, grade point wise?
As a individual, you have to have over a 3.4. As a team, you have to have over a 3.2. 2 years ago, our cumulative was like a 3.87. Last year it was a 3.53, I believe. So as cumulative.
That's great.
Yeah.
So on average, everyone in the class, everyone on the team has to exceed that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
And are you running? I have to ask.
No. Actually, I'm just starting a little, but
Yeah.
I'm going to get my knee taken care of, and
Good.
I'll be back.
I know you will.
I'll be back.
So let's turn to hoop. You have what do you have coming back?
I've got my 4 sophomores coming back. I've got Logan Gunther, I've got Isaac Hogsett, I've got Tyler Ross, and I've got Butter Miller, Garrett Miller from Leland, all coming back. And then I've got a lot of size this year. That's what really hurt us last year. Butter, 6'2", 170, was playing underneath for me last year, and he will not be playing underneath for me. I've got guys 6'5", guy who's 6'9", 6'10". So I got some big bodies, and we'll get them in basketball playing shape. But again, you talk about academics. I had 8 out of my 10 guys last year get all conference academically, and 8 of them had, which is kind of nice, on the dean's list, which is a 3.5 or over. So again, the culture's changing, and you know, they're buying into, you know, my preaching.
Yes, well, I appreciate that preaching and the outcome. of
Yeah,
the
again,
students.
and as I tell my runners and I tell my basketball players, I'd love for you to be in the Olympics, or I'd love you to be in the NBA, but odds are you're probably not going to be. I mean, I'd love for them to do it, but I tell you, that piece of paper that says Academic All-American is going to get more places than, you know, the ball or a pair of running shoes.
Absolutely. I share that view. I've been at the college a long time. I don't think we've ever put anyone in the NBA lottery.
Right.
But we've had hundreds of students, athletes go through, and many of them have benefited from their athletic experience and the importance of academics to have very, very fruitful professional lives. That's
Right.
what we're after.
Right, and ACC has a great, you know, I mean, they've got the tutoring center, they've got a great library, and they've got help around every corner. There shouldn't be a kid who seeks it who does not get it, and that's, you know, that's a big selling point for me.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, I think people may or may not know the league last year was just phenomenally strong.
Yeah, at one time there was 6 out of 10 top 10 junior colleges in the nation in our league, which is, hey, you know, those are cards we dealt with. I'll take that. I'll take that challenge every day. I love
Sure.
that. You know, we're going against an Oakland that has 25,000 students, and we've got 1,600 and growing. And but again, you know what?
Well put.
That's the way. You know, that's the cards we're dealt with, and you know, bring it on. You know,
Yeah.
we put our shorts on the same way they do, and I'll take my guys any day of the week over.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, those folks, those fellas you have returning are fine ball players.
Yes, they are, and even better, they're better young men.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You know, my culture, and I've got all my guys, you know, buying into my culture, and you know, I'm learning. Believe me, every day about young men, and I'm learning about basketball. I'm learning about running. But again, I think I'm on the right path. And again, if I get, you know, a whole team of guys who buy into what I'm preaching, then we're gold.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you for your efforts in both sports. You're bringing a lot of positivity to the college. We appreciate it.
And again, I appreciate the opportunity very much.
Very good. Well, thank you, and thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.